the return of the man from the world, return of watch my flow. You know that I missed y'all. I'm serious. Y'all don't get it. I missed y'all so fucking much, and I mean my subscribers. I missed y'all so much. There's people's names I can literally say that I miss y'all. I miss interacting with y'all. I am back after a tumultuous damn near 2 weeks of not being able to talk, not being able to eat. Your girl's back. I am back, y'all. And as long as I ain't got that problem that happened to me happen again, I'm gonna be here to stay. But regardless, I will always keep y'all updated. I want to thank everybody who, who watched my video, for me explaining why it is with that I wasn't doing my videos. I thank everybody who liked that video. I thank everybody who's left comments, thanking me. I mean, hoping that I get better. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all my hearts. Y'all my hearts. So, although I have been off from the YouTube streets, I have been keeping up with all of the shows that I have been reviewing. Now, I figured that I would just do all of this in one, little swoop or whatever. What I will do for y'all in particular is I'm going to timestamp. If you guys look in the underneath the bar, I'm going to timestamp pretty much the times I'm talking about each show, because you might not, watch all of the shows that I'm about to talk about. Actually, y'all, I'm actually about to pop a pain pill because I'm actually starting to be in pain. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm actually in pain. Hold on. It's the devil, y'all, see. He don't want me to work. The devil don't want me to do this work. He don't want me to. He don't want me to entertain y'all. I'm telling you. The devil be on one. Give me a second. He really be on one, y'all. You gotta get the devil out your life. Sometimes he really be wanting nothing but nonsense for you. Guess what? I'm still here. Oh, I'm still here. Woo. That shit kicked in super fast. Let's get to it. First show we're going to talk about, Lovecraft. All right. Now, like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to talk about each individual episode. I'm going to talk about mostly the last episode I watched and everything that I've kind of seen in pieces leading up to where we are, and that's for each show. Let's start off with Lovecraft. So the Lovecraft season's finale came on 2 days ago, because today's Tuesday, so it came on Sunday. And what I pretty much want to say is, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. The last episode was not as it wasn't as, like, I don't want to say explosive, but it didn't have like the same oomph that the other 9 episodes had. Like I came on here and I said last time to y'all, every freaking episode, all the way up into 10, it got better than the last one. Episode 9, when they went back to Tulsa, best episode. Best fucking episode. So fucking far. The acting, this is my whole thing, what I want to say. I need the Emmys to give the people on that show their things. I need the person that plays Ruby to get her things, because every time she got a sickening monologue, okay? I need Michael K. Williams to get everything he deserves. And I also want to say about Michael K. Williams, let me tell you something. Michael K. Williams has been getting to these HBO fucking checks since Omar. Every time you turn around, Michael K. Williams is on an HBO show, special, short documentary, everything. It's everything. He needs to get all his things. The man that plays Tick needs to get all his things. Give Journey Smollett all of her. Give Hippolyta. Give everybody on that show, except Christina. Give them all of the things that they deserve. They deserve all of the awards, because that show is amazing. Shout out to Misha fucking Green, the writer and the creator of the show. If y'all don't know, Misha Green also did Underground with Journey Smollett. And I don't know who that other fine black ass man was, but Underground had 2 fucking seasons. An amazing fucking show that was canceled. Why? Because white people don't want to see us fucking win. But that show was amazing. Yeah, so that's just me saying in general. They all need to get their things. That show is amazing. And the thing that really I love about Lovecraft the most is, normally, black people, we really don't do witchcraft. We normally don't be into sci-fi type of things. Not to say that none of us are, but I'm gonna say as a whole, most of the time, a lot of black people, they kind of look at that stuff kind of side eye. But for them to be able to draw us in the way that they did, amazing. This is all spoiler alert, so I hope you seen it. Rest in peace, Ruby. Let me tell you something. I knew I should have knew that it was some bullshit when Ruby originally came up to Letty with that vial and it had a whole bunch of Christina's blood. Because in my head, I'm like, how did she even get that much blood from Christina? That's a little crazy. But what really let me know is as soon as she said to her, when they actually got to where they needed to get to, when she said, like, how do you know, like Christina's gonna, do it at the same time? Like, when she's gonna do her spell, I said, oh, bitch. At first, what I thought it was, I thought that I thought that Ruby was just gonna turn on them. That's what I thought it was. I didn't know until she actually said that line that this bitch killed Christina. You killed Ruby. And I know a lot of people didn't care because a lot of people don't like Ruby, but I'm sorry, I liked Ruby a lot. I really feel like she was a victim in a circumstance of the time, the place, and who she is as a person, even the way that she looks. I really just think that she was a victim of all of that. And so that's why I've never really hated Ruby. I've always understood. I didn't agree, but I've always understood where she was coming from. And the way that Christina played on that to me was always extremely disgusting. So I'm actually sad that Ruby is dead. It actually pisses me the fuck off, to be quite the fuck honest, okay? Now, the thing with Tick dying is, I'm not gonna lie, I did expect them to somehow be able to bring him back to life. But like somebody said, when all 4 of them was carrying him off, I hope that shy ass carrying him into season 2. That's what I hope is going on. Shout out to D at the end for coming through and crushing Christine. I'm so happy. Now, I did watch a review of somebody break down the episode and said, that we might look at D killing Christina as a good thing, but it could be the fact that she's kind of feeding into the darkness. Man, I don't go fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. The symbolism was crazy throughout that. The person in the breakdown said something, and it's so true. That the thing about that ending is, Christina, you did all of that shit to black people, to a black man, to a black family, and you still called out and asked a black person, matter of fact, his sister slash cousin, for help. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I stand for the fact that only we can use magic now. And it wasn't until I watched Color Me Pink, shout out to Keisha, to when she put it together saying black girl magic, I had to do a church dance when she said that. It was so much symbolism. So much symbolism. And again, it shows that black women, we do the damn thing. Regardless, we do the damn fucking thing. And I also believe that the Jihad, I think that she was representative of how how pretty much people minorities in this country pretty much have come together in the past and can come together to get rid of sickening ass white fucking supremacy. If the symbolism is a little bit too much. It's just a little bit too much for me. A little bit too much. It's everything to me. Also, if y'all didn't pay attention, okay, so y'all see at the end, right, that D got the robotic hand. Now, I want y'all to go back. Remember the episode when Tick was sitting outside? I think it was the same episode that everything was going on with D, which was 2 episodes ago. When him and Montrose were sitting on a curb, and he gave Montrose the book and explained to him, that the George on the back, George Freeman, is not his uncle, it's actually his son. Now, he said when he actually, we seen everything that Hippolyta went through when she went through her portal. But he said when he went there, when he got to wherever it is that he got to in the future, that there was riots all over the place. And then a woman with a hood and a mechanical hand gave him the book and pushed him back through the portal. Bitch, that was the. Bitch, it was the. And we're thinking, this is what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking that the riots and all of this other stuff comes from the fact that now white people can no longer have magic and they're going to be pissed about it. So they're going to do everything in their power to try to fuck us over. But guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? You can't have it no more, bitch. You can't have it no more. It's ours. It's ours. So I cannot wait. The main thing I will say, like I said, I love this show. The main thing about this show, I think, that bothers me from a reviewer's, like, and I don't, when I mean bothers me, I mean the thing that bothers me about other people who review this show, not all, because there's a lot of people who do really good reviews of it, like Color Me Pink, like ooh Jesus, James Caldwell. They do good explanations and stuff, but some of y'all who be in the comments and some people who review it, y'all not paying attention, and it really bothers me. There were these two dudes in particular I seen that review this show, and I can tell that either y'all are not paying attention or they just have a lack of comprehension or a lack of catching metaphors and symbolism, because some of the stuff that y'all be saying in the comments and not getting, it blows my mind, and it shows that y'all are not really paying attention. Lovecraft is a show similar to Game of Thrones that you have to pay attention to everything. I'm talking about every itty bitty detail, because even, I'm gonna give you for an example, even when it comes to the whole thing with Ruby, it wasn't until I watched it again and I had to watch a breakdown that I caught it. The reason we should have knew when Ruby got that it wasn't Ruby when she got into that car, you know, going to the Equinox with them, is because this the song Life Is But a Dream started playing and she started singing it. In the very first episode, Ruby said, "Bitch, you'll never catch me dead singing that song." Do you get what I'm saying? You have to pay attention. And so I just wanted to be known going forward. If you going to be reviewing this fucking show, and again, I'm not talking about the two people I just said, because they do it correctly, but I'm talking about other people and viewers in particular. If you're going to watch this show, you have to pay attention. Otherwise, shut your mouth. Don't be underneath comments, and don't sit on the camera and do a review if you're not really paying attention, because a lot of times y'all really come off really, really stupid, and it's actually very annoying to me, especially somebody who actually takes the time to look and look and look again and get the symbolism of it all. If you're not going to do that, don't review the fucking show. Don't review it if you're not going to do it justice, versus you getting on your camera and sitting up here talking about something, well, that didn't make sense, that didn't, no, you just wasn't paying attention. Now, I'm not saying everything in the show makes sense, but a lot of the things that I seen people pointing out, it's because you're not paying attention. Like they say in class, pay the fuck attention, okay? Whew. Oh, and in general, fuck white people. Next, racist white people. Okay. Now, next show we're going to get on to is the Real Housewives of Potomac. Now, see, similar to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I am thoroughly annoyed that we are taking the rest of this damn season to focus on this non-damn fight. Because let's be real, it wasn't really a fight. It was more so a dragon. It was more so a tussle. And it's very annoying. Like, I understand that this is a reality TV show, so they gotta, like, sensationalize things. But in all reality, I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of it being a contention of source this whole fucking season. It's gonna be for the rest of the season, and it's really why I haven't even really, like, I just caught up with the Real Housewives of Potomac maybe like an hour or so ago, because, and I skipped through the majority because I don't really give a fuck. Like, I'm tired of talking about the situation. I said what I said on it. Do I think, let me just make it clear. Monique was wrong for putting her hands on Candace. Point blank, period. Candace is not, however, all the way innocent in the situation. However, also, Monique is, put it like this, both Monique and Candace are both wrong. But Monique is more wrong than Candace. Way more wrong than Candace in a lot of different ways that I don't feel like breaking down. If you want to know, you can go back and watch my past reviews. I'm done kind of talking about the whole situation. As far as, we're just going to kind of talk about, like, what happened this past episode. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about this fight. As far as charges being pressed, now, me personally, I would not have pressed charges. Bitch, we fought. It is what it is. The situation is what it is. We're not going to be friends. If it's me, if I'm Candace, I can't be cool with you. I know where it is that we stand. It is what it is. We're going to go our own way. However, just like how everybody keeps saying, well, you know, people can't get mad at Monique because, you know, you can't as Candace, like you should be careful with how you like approach people with all of the hands in your face, because not everybody is, not everybody has the self-control. Not everybody, is gonna be cool, with you just doing all that, and you might get popped. I agree with that. But then on the flip side of that, you also then can't get mad at how people react to that. So you put your hands on her, so guess what? That's how she wanted to respond. Now again, I wouldn't do it, but I'm not here to tell her what she should and should not do. At the end of the day, Candace tries to act like she's hood. I think that's probably most people's problem with Candace, is Candace try to act like she's about it, but then she wants to like run and play victim all the time. And I can understand that point of view. But at the same time, I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. Candace decided to press charges. Monique, that's what the fuck you get for putting your hands on people. That's why you keep your hands to yourself. See Candace on one hand, don't get in people's faces because you might get dragged. And then on the other hand, Monique, don't put your hands on people because you never know, they might come for everything it is that you have. So do you see what I'm saying? Again, I wouldn't press charges, but again, that's Candace's prerogative. Even Karen is the one, like I said, who brought it up. Like, maybe you should press charges if you feel that strongly about it. It is what it is. To be quite honest, I'm tired of fucking seeing Monique all up and down my YouTube feed. And maybe it's just the news feed that I have, but I'm tired of seeing Monique on these fucking interviews left and right. I'm tired. I honestly don't want to hear from neither one of them about this fight no more. I don't give a fuck no more. At this point, everybody is on their own side, and I mean, as far as the fans are split down the middle. Some people on Monique's side, some people on Candace's side. I ain't on nobody's motherfucking side because I don't get paid from none of y'all hoes to cape for nobody. So I don't really give a fuck. Same thing, like I said, with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I didn't give a fuck then about the whole situation with Denise, and I feel like y'all stretched that out that whole season. Y'all doing the same thing with this. As far as Candace is concerned, I'm trying my best to like not be like, oh girl, shut the fuck up, but it's starting to feel like, oh girl, shut the fuck up, because I don't care. Because how many times more are you gonna sit in front of this camera and cry and go to dinner with somebody and cry? And granted, I understand that was your friend, and I understand that you are hurt, but I don't know, I'm just saying, from a viewer's point of view, it's getting annoying at this point, and it's coming off as if you're trying to milk sympathy when that's unnecessary. For me personally, that's unnecessary. Monique was wrong for putting her hands on you. Point blank, period. I don't need to see you sitting on my camera and crying about this, that, and the third. She put her hands on you. It is what it is. If it was me, Candace, I'd just say fuck her and go about my life. In all honesty, it seemed like all y'all want her off, like everybody else want her off the show. That should be her karma right there. That would be fine for me and myself. It seems like none of these other hoes, other than Karen, want you on this show. So at the very worst case scenario, that will be your punishment for putting your hands on me. Point blank, period. So yeah, that's that. As far as Ray and Karen is concerned, so Ray and Karen, they went and they had a conversation, they went on a little walk, whatever. And Ray pretty much says that he feels like the fame and everything, and, her being more active has gotten to her head. I do not think that has gotten to Karen's head. First of all, out of everybody on this show, I just watched Mr. Still Standing Scotty do it, and it wasn't until he said it, and I really thought about it. Karen is the only person on this show I can honestly say I like. Like, I honestly like. I don't really like anybody else on this show. I don't really care for Monique. Don't care for Candace. Damn sure don't care for fucking Giselle. Giselle can fucking go as far as I'm fucking concerned. Don't care for Robin. And Wendy, I mean, she don't really bother me. It is what it is. She's getting on my nerves on how she's attacking this whole situation, but whatever. But yeah, Karen's probably the only person I can honestly say I like on this show. What bothers me about that conversation is the fact that it sounds like, to me, like, well, ever since you got on the show, you're busy and you got this going on and you can't just sit at home and rub my old ass feet and cook my dinner the way you used to. So to me, you're changing, and because of that, I'm falling in love with you. Oh well. I have a lot of, me personally, I have a lot of ambition in my life, and when I got with my boyfriend, even when we got, now my dad was my boyfriend since I was 16 years old, and when I was 16, I told that nigga, I got a lot I want to do with my life. And that means that I'm not going to be able to be your traditional quote-unquote wife, which is staying at home and cooking and cleaning up. I'm busy. I'm actually going to be very busy. And if you can't handle that, this isn't going to work. And I stand by that to this day. If me and him was to break up right now, whatever man I would be with would have to understand that, you got to understand, I'm not going to be here doting on you left and right. I have shit that I need to do, shit I want to do. I will definitely always make sure that I'm here to take time and spend time with you. And the thing that kills me about Ray is that, granted, I don't know the ins and outs of their lives, but it seems like regardless of what Karen does, that she always puts Ray in the forefront. She always talks about him, that he's always included in everything that she does, especially when she speaks, you know? So it's just very annoying to me, and it just comes off very like, you know, like you don't, like you're mad pretty much that she got her own identity now. Like that's what it gives me, right? It gives me, she's no longer, you're just your wife, she's Karen. You want to know what it is? She's no longer Ray. It's no longer, oh, Ray's wife. It's now Karen's husband, and that's what bothers him to me at the end of the day. And that's some selfish ass shit, but that's what niggas do. Niggas ain't shit. Karen, girl, I can't tell you what to do because that's a marriage and that's different. But girl, if that man don't get it together, if you don't get your shit and leave, don't nobody got time to be wasting the rest of the years that you got left on this planet arguing back and forth with some insecure ass old ass man. Don't nobody got time for that. Nobody got time for that shit, okay? Um, and in regards to Karen and her stance and everything that's going on, I fuck with Karen 1,010%. I don't understand why everybody keeps saying that she's not holding Monique responsible when at that meeting that they had, and even Bravo last week showed the flashback again of her saying it, she said that Monique was wrong, that she was wrong. However, she is her friend and she's going to still stand by her. I don't see anything wrong with that. The rest of the girls are giving me very much so, we want you to be like us and say fuck her. And she's not about to say fuck her because that's still her friend. You know, your friend can be wrong and you tell them that they're wrong and you still be their friend. You know, like I guess to y'all that's not how it works. I guess to y'all, when somebody is wrong, they're just wrong and it's fuck them. Well, that's how y'all handle y'all friendships. That's not how Karen handles hers, and that's not how I would handle mine either. It's not y'all motherfucking business at the end of the day. Oh, the fuck well. Y'all, again, like I said, y'all are all mad because she's not being on y'all team to say fuck Monique. Monique was wrong. Karen has said that. What more do y'all want from her? Again, I know what y'all want. Y'all want her to be like y'all and say fuck Monique, and that y'all don't want her on this show because it's already been put out that none of the other girls want Monique on the show anymore. But let's just be real. Let's be honest for real. Giselle never liked Monique. So of course Giselle's gonna say that. Robin follows behind whatever the fuck it is that Giselle says. Wendy, you just got here, so to me you just falling in line with whatever the fuck everybody else gotta say. Yeah, so that's just that on that. And the main reason nobody's saying anything to Ashley is because we all know that Ashley does not like Candace, and so she's always gonna be on Monique's side, regardless, right or wrong. But I really think y'all should leave Karen the fuck alone about the situation. Like she said, I'm friends with both of y'all. I don't want to be caught in the middle. I said what I said to Monique, and I said what I said to you. And like it's been said 1,000 times, Karen was the one who even brought up pressing charges. So how is y'all mad at her? How is y'all mad at her? She's the one who brought it up. So I'm confused. I'm a little bit confused on that. So yeah. And finally, in regards to the show, I wanted to talk about, now granted, I am not Nigerian. I'm not Nigerian. So everything I'm about to say, I guess you could take it with a grain of salt. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful when I say anything. But something I thought about is, you know how a lot of times people say, you know, oh, well, you don't get it because, you know, like that's their culture, that's their culture, that's their culture. Not just with Nigeria, but people in general. But my thing is, can't like traditions and culture be like, regardless of how long they've been going on, can't that still be like steeped in something that's like not right? You know what I mean? Like, can't a tradition, just because something has gone on forever and ever, that doesn't mean that it's not steeped in something that's wrong. Like, for instance, right? For instance, the whole idea of giving a bride away, right? That comes from the fact that, you know, at one point in time, of course, women was seen as commodity. And so, you know, the father would literally give away their daughter to their husband. And normally you would get something back in exchange. I mean, we still do that to this day, but it is tradition, but that's still steamed in like patriarchy. It doesn't mean that it's not right. So I'm saying all of that to say, I don't understand Nigerian culture, although she done explained how it works and why, you know, and I'm talking about Wendy, why Wendy's husband's people don't like, don't support or whatever. I still think it's trash as fuck at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck what the fucking problem is. I don't care why it is that you don't like her damn mama. I really don't give a fuck. That shit's trifling and it's trash that because you, for whatever reason, don't like that girl's mama, that you would not come to your son's wedding, that you would not be in your grandchildren's lives. That's trifling, and I don't give a fuck whose culture it is. It's trifling, it's disgusting, and it's unbecoming as a fucking person, as a family. It don't make you look good. And I don't really care how anybody feels about that. That's facts of the matter. Don't care. That shit's wrong. Completely. You can see the hurt in that man's eyes. He wanted to cry so badly, but he didn't. It's trash. It's all trash at the end of the day. So, yeah. And also, what else is also trash? I'm so sorry. Again, it could be a Nigerian thing. Don't care. It's still steeped in trash to me. The fact that, Wendy, you can't do what it is that you want to do because that is going to change your mother's standing in her culture. That is the definition of literally living through your children. That is nothing good. You're supposed to live for you, not for your fucking parents. And I understand that in Nigerian culture, they're much, much closer and stuff like that to their parents and how family works. But again, it can be culture, tradition, and it still not be right. Wendy, you are a grown ass woman with 3 kids and a husband, and you don't want to change your profession because of your mama might not be in having the same standing as she is, and I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do what it is that makes me happy. Look, at the end of the day, the way I look at it is, Wendy, you did what you were supposed to do. You went ahead, you went to school, you became a lawyer, you became a doctor, whatever the hell it is that you are now, you became that. You did that. Now it's for you to do what it is that you want to do. Or my thing is, this is how I look at it. Wendy, are you gonna do the same thing with your kids? Are you gonna expect your kids to do what it is that you want them to do? I don't think you will want that. So be the example. Be the example for your children now, and walk the fuck away. And when I mean walk away, do what it is that you want to do. You got more than enough money. You're actually privileged and blessed enough to be in the position probably where you can walk away and do what it is that you want to do. I don't give a fuck. And if your mama want to walk away from you and not talk to you, well, your husband is doing it. I guess you just have to do the same. It is what it is. And again, it could just be, like the fact that I'm in America, and we don't really have it. And I want to say this too. I want to make this very clear, because I hear people, especially a lot of continental Africans, try to say how we're disrespectful to our parents and how we don't care. That's a lie. We're actually extremely respectful of our parents, especially like our grandparents and stuff. We don't play that shit when it comes to grandma and grandpa. Damn sure don't. Especially when it comes to, we don't play that shit. But what you also got to realize is that you have to live for you. It's beyond being American or Nigerian or whatever it is. You have to live for you, period. And it's like that even in a lot of Asian cultures. A lot of people in Asian cultures, they live, specifically to help please their parents. Absolutely not. At some point in time, you got to do what's best for you. So that's that on that. Okay? I'm actually going to come back because this is too long a video, and I'm going to do Married at First Sight in Tamar. I'll be back, y'all.